Hi, I'm Justin,
And I'm Trisha.
and we're running on adventure. So our journey starts coming from a 2,400 square foot house in Jacksonville, Florida. We bought the house a couple years ago after moving off base, and kind of started looking into a little bit more of the minimalist lifestyle. We had a lot of room, a lot to clean, a lot to take care of, and we are
Which limited how much we could do with the kids.
yeah.
All the cleaning
Yeah,
and
it just took
constant
up a lot of
keep
our time.
of the house.
So we started kind of thinking about, hey, we don't need this much. And it wasn't like it was too much for us to afford or nothing was wrong. We got a great deal on the house because we bought a foreclosure. It was just a time issue. And we are...
And earlier this year, I was having this desire that I normally don't have to fill the house with things and objects, which I'm not that type of person. I never have been. And when I started to feel like I wanted materials, I didn't like it. And I wanted to change, so I started doing the opposite and going through everything and getting less, having less, and getting rid of more, which began this desire to find something smaller, to not have a house so big that we had to fill it or feel like we had to fill it, and it wasn't like it was cleaning that much, but it was a lot to clean, and I felt like with homeschooling in the morning and then cleaning in the afternoon, I felt like we were limited, and then having to cook dinner, I felt limited as to how much time I was able to spend with the kids, which I didn't like.
So we're big vacationers, as it is anyway. We're always,
That's where we like to spend money.
Yeah, not so much things. We're more of a memories and places kind of family. So we're always constantly one weekend going here, one weekend going there, taking week-long vacations whenever we can, to different places. So over the last couple of years, we've taken a lot of vacations, spent a lot of money on hotels and stuff like that. And traveling with the kids is not easy, especially on long car rides and stuff like that. So you got to stop often.
The baby does not like it.
And the littlest one, Mishaela, she is not a car ride person at all. She
after a couple hours is really
she just
pushing it. She
screams
like
and nothing makes her happy.
So we were trying to find something that would make it easier. So we thought maybe getting an RV would be fun.
Yeah.
And make it easy to stop wherever we wanted and go inside and eat and go to the bathroom in our own place versus trying to find somewhere. Because there were times where, oh my goodness, we would jump on the side of the road with Delilah trying to find somewhere, and there was nowhere. So she would just be in the bushes.
We
gotta do what you gotta do.
It kind of just one night we just randomly threw out the idea. We were sitting in the living room, I remember, and we were talking about it, and I just got on Craigslist and started looking at RVs, and
well, as soon as we talk about anything, you're like, oh,
so I started doing some research. Yeah, I am like that. So I started doing some research, and I was looking at Craigslist, and we started looking at Class A's and Class B's and Class C's, but we just couldn't.
Travel trailers, fifth wheels, everything.
Yeah, kind of everything. Trying to see what we needed. We liked the idea of being able to have the kids move around or take naps or whatever in a Class A, B, or C.
The B's were too small.
Yeah, but they were kind of just too small, and we couldn't find anything that would fit our family, because we are a family of 5.
Almost 6.
Yeah, about to be 6. So.
But the thing was, they usually only have one room in a Class A or Class C, and then, or I don't know, the B's too, but those are tiny, so those wouldn't really work. Or then it would have the over the cabin bed.
Which didn't give us any privacy.
Didn't give any.
Yeah, so we didn't really like that. So we did a lot of research and did a lot of floor plan, looking and shopping and
originally it was just for fun.
Yeah, originally it was just for fun. Yeah, we were just gonna get one just to have to travel in.
Yeah, make that a little easier.
Yeah.
Cheaper, because it can be a lot to pay for hotels.
And then we started. Trisha which is funny, I never thought that she would be the one to say it, but she came to me one day and was like, what if we
oh my gosh, you looked
sold the house and full-timed in an RV?
And he looked at me like that was crazy. He was like,
are you nuts? I was like,
what's wrong with you?
How can we do that? I didn't even think it was possible. And then
I found somebody on YouTube that did it with 8. How many kids do they have? 8,
yeah,
9?
It was we started following North and South.
4 or 5, they have 9 kids.
Keep Your Daydream. and Less Junk, More Journey. We kind of watched videos from all three.
But it started with North and South.
Yeah, it started with North and South, yeah, because it had more kids than us, and it was, they were doing it in a fifth wheel.
It was interesting to me to see they had that many kids. I was like, huh.
Yeah, so once we started watching some videos on it like that, I was like, wow, well, if they can do it, we definitely can do it. And we kind of just started to throw around the idea more and more, and then...
and one of the reasons why I wanted to do it was I met a couple 4 or 5 years ago on his first deployment who they lived in an RV or some type of recreational vehicle with their kids. And I was like, huh. Because when I think about it, you can move, but it's also cheaper, and I'm always about not cheap necessarily, but being debt-free and not having that tied down, because you just never know what can happen. And we've been in a situation like that before he joined the military where funds were very tight, so it was intriguing in that aspect. And then when we found out that we were moving to Maryland costs a lot more, and we knew we were going to get a smaller house, but it was going to cost about the same as what his BAH, his housing allowance, would be for the military.
Yeah,
so we knew,
because where we moved is basically, it's like DC, it's just outside of DC, like an hour and a half-ish, so, but it's pretty much DC prices here outside of DC, so it was pretty expensive.
Yeah, and we knew that would limit how much we could travel, and we like to travel. So then I was like, well, I've seen other people do it. Why can't we do it? It would make it possible because we paid cash for it. So now we don't have any mortgage or rent or anything like that. We just pay for a site, which is basically your electric, your water, they give you some cable, things like that. So it's just a typical fee that you'd pay anyways yearly, but now it's way cheaper to live and more debt freedom, and now we can travel and use what money we want to put in savings and travel whenever we want. So
yeah, it's great. I mean, the house we bought in Jacksonville was a foreclosure, so immediately we were already we had positive equity as soon as we bought it. Bought it way under value, and then when we sold it, it had only gone up in value since we bought it. So we sold it for a good profit, enough to...
And Mr. Realtor here did it by himself.
Yeah, I did for sale by owner also, which saved us a lot of money.
He just paid their realtor fees, and then
I negotiated with the realtor for a 2% fee for her, for the seller's or the buyer's realtor.
Which put us where we wanted to be.
Yeah, which saved us a lot of money, and our bottom line was right where we needed it. So we paid cash for the trailer, put some money down on the truck. The Suburban, our other vehicle, is paid off. So now the only loan that we have to our names is the truck.
And our rental home.
And our rental home, yeah. But somebody's paying that mortgage, so that doesn't really sort of counts. But and we're probably going to sell that house here shortly anyway.
Yeah, so we don't have any
debt, any issues. There's nothing that can come back to us.
You just never know.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to pay for a new roof this year. That we had 4 or 6, I don't know, a few months to save, so we weren't in debt on that.
Yep, so we paid for that.
But we just try not to get really high in debt so we can have more freedom.
So far, it's been great. When we left, so we bought the trailer, lived in Jacksonville for 3 weeks.
Oh, I don't know.
About 3 weeks.
Something like that. We were in a hotel for about a week.
We found the trailer, they got it in, got it ready. Then we went down, bought the trailer, came back up. We stayed on base at the campsite there in Jacksonville for a couple weeks.
Yeah, we went to Legoland and
did a couple things in between. But then after that, it was time for me to transfer. So we, packed everything up we had a U-Haul because we still have a storage unit with things. That way, like my tools and extra stuff that we're going to need to cycle through the year in the different seasons.
Pictures,
things valuables that we needed that we obviously can't fit in the trailer.
Got rid of a lot.
Got rid of a ton of stuff.
Certain things we know we'll use or we want to keep.
But the travel was awesome. I mean, we came up, we left Jacksonville on a Friday afternoon, right? Mm-hmm. Friday afternoon, and we stopped.
Well, it was like a Friday morning.
We went to Charleston, South Carolina, and stayed at the Air Force Base there.
Which was nice.
$23 a night. It was nice. A beautiful site. concrete pads. They were all level, so it's easy to pull in, easy to get set up. We stayed there for 2 nights. Went and did downtown Charleston.
The baby was sick, so we stayed a little bit
Yeah.
longer than planned, but
Yeah. So then we spent an extra day there, and then we left on Sunday morning.
yeah.
Sunday morning. Drove to Raleigh, North Carolina, which was about another 4.5 hours. We downloaded the All Stays app, which is great because it shows you, all the campgrounds and rest stops, and it's just really useful.
And people
for,
rate it and stuff
yeah,
too, right?
Yeah, it's really useful for travel. So we found a campsite in Raleigh. It was $40 for the night there, and it was a really nice RV park.
Yeah.
It
They have
was
little, what was it, like little cabins or?
yeah, little cabins and all kind of
Something
stuff
there,
there.
too.
It was really nice, well kept.
We're off season for
and that
most of
was-
those places, so a lot of
yeah.
it's shut down, but
Yeah, that was $40 a night. It was cold that night, 39 degrees. So we
that's
cranked up the
cold for us
heat.
Floridians.
Um,
Amazing.
yeah, so that was cold. We stayed there. It was $40 a night, so it's way cheaper than a hotel. Pulling off to stop on the road is super easy. Find a rest stop or anything.
And no packing.
Yeah, no
How awesome
packing.
is that?
Packing is great.
It was weird the first night not packing. I was like,
Yeah.
nope, I don't need to do anything.
It's nice. You just, you move everything out of the way that needs to secure everything and pull on the slides and you're ready to go. So we like that aspect of it, and that's great. So up here, we're in Maryland. We're staying on the base here, and
It's a recreational base.
yeah,
So it's not the base he works at, but
Yeah.
that one's not far.
so it's like 20-minute drive from me to work.
And this is a great place for the summer. They have so much going on here in the summer, so we're excited for
Yeah,
that.
the river's right here, which is great. They have a fishing pier and mini golf and just all kinds of stuff.
They have a driving range.
It's really, really cool. The kids are going to love it in the
tons of
summer.
stuff. And they have calendars of events for the summer for the kids.
So, but in a nutshell, that's pretty much kind of where our journey started and kind of where we're at right now. So I'm going to go back and make some other videos of kind of our travels and things we did a little bit before this video. So we're going to go kind of back in time a little bit with a few videos, and then we'll kind of start our journey again. Trisha's actually leaving today for a road trip with her
My sister.
her
my older
sister for her birthday, her mom, and my aunt. They're all going to go on a road trip, and
My sister's 30th birthday,
Yeah.
we were doing a road trip.
it's going to be fun.
Yeah. We were
So I'm
supposed
here.
to do it when we were in Florida, but family emergency came up, so we weren't able to go. And now I'm flying in, and they should be leaving soon, if not already. And I'll meet them in Atlanta, and then
Yep.
we'll just travel west.
So I'll be here with the kids all this week, and we'll probably just do fun dad stuff, while
yeah,
mom's gone.
they keep saying it's
Yeah,
party time. when
yeah,
we're leaving.
so it'll
I
be-
don't know what that means.
It should be fun. The kids will have fun. Yeah, that's where we're at right now, and we'll see you guys in our next video.